Every once in a while in late winter, you get one of these beautiful days where the temperature gets up in the 50s, the sun is out, and you're looking for something to do outside. Today is the perfect day to spray your orchard, spray your apple trees with dormant oil spray. That's what we're going to talk about today on Gardening with Mark. The process of spraying your apple trees is really pretty straightforward. Any kind of sprayer will do, depending upon the scope of your job, how big a job you have, how many trees you're going to be spraying, what your wind conditions are like, how tall they are. Things like that can have some impact on what kind of equipment you choose. Today I'm going to be using our 15-gallon sprayer, which we run off of the battery system here in the Ranger, the Polaris Ranger, and that allows me to move around the orchard a little bit, leave the sprayer one place. I'm not carrying it on my back. I've got an extended hose, pretty good spray. I can get pretty much to the top of the trees, and that's very important. But how do you mix your spray and what do you put in it? You know, a lot of sprays people use on farms are not biodegradable, they are not organic, they are unsafe. If you're going to use those kinds of sprays, that's fine, that's entirely up to you. Here at Steeple View Farm, we try to do everything as natural as possible. So what we're going to spray on our trees today is dormant oil. It's actually a product made by Bonide, but it's only mineral oil. In fact, you can actually make your own dormant oil spray by going out and getting food grade mineral oil and spraying it on your trees. If you do, that works just fine. We happen to buy it this way because, well, we had some on hand. I've got mineral oil too. I might use a little of both. But when you're mixing mineral oil like any other chemical with water, if it has an oil base, it's going to have a tendency not to mix so easily. Oil and water don't mix, you've heard forever. So we use a biodegradable cleaner. We use a little of Dr. Bronner's. This is Castile type soap. It's made out of vegetable products only. It's all natural. We add a little soap to the water. That helps to dissolve the oil, help it mix in with the water a little bit better. Only one problem this time of year, because it's been cold all winter and we've stored this in the house, but in the garage, well, it's pretty solid. So we're going to have to shake it a little bit to get it to come down to the nozzle, but we'll put a little bit of soap, just a little bit, in with the water. Now, for apple trees, you want to follow the instructions on the label. If you're buying a pre-bottled dormant oil spray, if you're mixing your own, probably about the same kind of mix, but it's up to about 5 teaspoons per gallon of water. I've got 10 gallons currently in my tank, which makes it easy for me to mix. So that's about a half a cup. There's about 48 teaspoons to a cup. I'm going to put about a cup, 2 of these of oil, and a couple of teaspoons of the Castile soap in there to help it mix. And then I'm going to turn my tank on. My tank has an agitator that will agitate it and mix it up and make sure it's in pretty good shape before we get spraying. So I'm going to mix up some oil, a little bit of soap in it. We'll get that mixed in. We'll be back and we'll start spraying. Let's talk a little bit about safety. You know, whenever you're using any kind of chemicals in the garden, even if they're organic chemicals, sprays of any sort, neem oil, diatomaceous earth, today we're using a little mineral oil, a little soap. If you're using any kind of insecticidal soap, although you don't have to be as careful as you do with respirators and all that stuff as people who in the old days that were spraying all these horrible chemicals that could cause all kinds of problems, at the very least you want to be protective of the things that could potentially be irritated by these things. Your eyes, your nose, breathing, and your mouth, things of that sort. I choose to use a shield that folds down over my face, provides me with a little bit more face protection from any overspray. And as you can tell, I'm wearing safety glasses. Sometimes, depending upon what I'm using, some things irritate my skin a little bit. Diatomaceous earth, after a while, very safe, very easy to use, but after a while it does get on my skin, kind of gets a little bit irritating. So I'll wear some of these gloves, these nitrile gloves. But today I don't need the gloves. We got a little bit of a breeze, probably not the best day to spray, but you know what? We've been in a rainy season for a month, and we got more rain coming tomorrow. So today is really the only chance I've got. I'm going to fold down the hood, and we're going to get to spraying the trees. When you're spraying these trees, you want to not just spray the tips of the branches, you want to cover everything. You want to cover the trunk, the underside of the branches, and everywhere. And I might add, when you're spraying your trees, you want to do it early, in a late winter, early spring, before they bud out. We just finished pruning these trees yesterday. We've cut all the water sprouts off. Perfect time to put dormant oil on there. It's going to protect against any overwintering insects and some other pests and a few diseases, because we're going to put a light coating of oil on the tree. It's going to protect everything, and because it's an all-natural oil, you're going to have great apples come August, September, October. Okay, well, there you pretty much have it. You want to spray every surface of the tree with dormant oil spray, late winter, early spring, before they bud out. After you prune them is fine. A little light coat of organic oil on there, and it keeps the bugs away, keeps some of the diseases down. That's the best way to ensure that early on, A, you've got something to do on a sunny day, and B, you're protecting your apple trees before they bud out and before you have to deal with the other pests of summer and you get busy with all that other stuff in the garden. I'm Mark Carey. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button, a little thumbs up here below. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on our website, www.steepleviewfarm.net. See us on Facebook at steepleviewfarm.net. And don't forget, you're always welcome to come here anytime. And if you become a farm partner, you can come here and treat it like you live here. I'm Mark Carey from Steepleview Farm, right here in the middle of downtown Poplar Grove, Kentucky. We hope to see you here.